Hello and welcome to the Elevate Show. Of course, come on Wednesday, you know I am not here alone. I'm with the one, the only Benjamin Zulu.
Thank you.
Tupigeni makofi jameni. And today you're showing off in pinstripe. You look absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
The conversation we're having today centers around the whole month of May. So the month of May is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yes.
And, it's been set aside to create awareness,
Yes.
provide support, fight stigma, and all of that.
Yes.
Now, I came across a question on one of the digital platforms in the country, and they said, verbatim, just before Ninini,
Yes.
they say, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. As a country, is there anything to celebrate? And
Wow.
they stopped it at that, and now the comment section went on. And you'd see things like, I am very proud of the people who go through a lot and they still push on through life, what is mental health? There was just a lot of things that shows there's a group of people who understand, who are aware, but then there's a lot that they don't see the need for this, or they do not understand how it applies in their normal day-to-day life. But just bringing light into that conversation.
And when they ask, is there anything to celebrate? You can see the question is facing the other way.
Yes.
Because it's awareness.
It's awareness. It's not...
we want to bring information. It's not celebration. It's awareness. So, and I'm glad you bring it that way, because a lot of us don't quite examine our mental health. A lot of us cannot score out of 1 to 10. How are you doing mentally? And then we have dissed the language of mental health.
Yes.
We use it to diss. We diss mental health hospitals, and we use them to dismiss people.
Yeah.
When we want to silence people, we send them to go and finish their dose.
Ujameza dawa leo.
Yes. The prestigious Madari Hospital,
yes,
that has given people a second lease of life,
yes,
that has redeemed families from chaos.
Yeah.
Those of us who have the privilege to be healthy,
yes,
we use it to diss, and it is so unfortunate. Ignorance is one of the worst things we have in Africa.
Yeah.
In the West, when people say they passed by their psychologist, people don't raise their eyebrows.
No.
Today, Mwikali says, sorry guys, I was 15 minutes, I was with my psychologist. We're like, we do not see that. We all agree that the mind is the most powerful organ we have.
Yes.
It is the engine, it is the CPU. That's where we are controlling our lives.
Yeah.
But we still disagree whether it needs care. So let's frame it from talking about there's a place for mood disorder, personality disorder, mental disorders. It's not just disorders. Disorders are part of it, because you can have a bodily disorder, an illness, a disease. I think our grammar is also lacking.
Yes.
Because we don't shame disease.
No.
Disease.
Yeah.
But we shame disorder. It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Ease and order.
Yeah.
It's lack of ease, disease.
Yes.
Lack of order, disorder.
Yeah.
But we shame one and we normalize the other one. When you say I'm unwell, oh sorry, quick recovery, did you see a doctor? All right.
I have a disorder. Exit stage left. Yeah.
There's a guy who told me of, and this was several cases now this year.
Yeah.
A woman he married, and that woman's method of solving conflict is packing and leaving.
Oh.
So every time she's upset, she calls a lorry and carries everything. He comes home to a clean house that's vacant when you're moving in.
Yes.
Echo.
Yes.
And nothing. And it has happened around 3 times in the last 2 years.
Oh.
And some of the times he would get wind that she has ordered a lorry, she's trying to, and he would come to try and talk to her, she's just brushing off, and she'll still run off.
Yeah.
And the guy is so stressed, and I told him, to now think about mental stability, mental peace, to think about his wellness, not marriage this time around.
No.
To think about, if this woman is behaving that way when I'm prime and healthy, what about when I'm old? I will die from this stress.
Yes.
If at all I will even get to old age being healthy. So let's think about the relationships we tolerate. And I told him what will happen next is this kind of women will start calling back. She's just unstable. you leave her alone, she start calling back. When you are here, you're trying to talk, please just talk, you can resolve. She insists on leaving.
Yes.
When you let her leave, she insists on coming back. Yes. When she leaves and comes back and leaves and comes back.
Yes.
And I was telling brothers to be very careful that sometimes we inject the chaos and stress that deteriorate our mental peace. I just want you, another day I told you to remove the word illness if you find it uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And just bring the word mental peace, mental stability,
yes.
mental clarity.
Yes.
We all agree we need it. I need my mind clear. I want to clear my mind. Let me disengage and clear my mind. That part we understand. I need mental peace. I need to have peace. I want to be able to see things clearly.
Yeah.
Let me not make things when I'm so cloudy. I can't make this purchase. I can't make a decision now. I feel a little bit, I'm off. Many of us can go that far.
Yeah.
So I want you now to bring to mental health to being mentally clear, mentally peaceful, mentally stable, being a place where you can think clearly. And I ask brothers to know that your greatest asset is not the money, it's not your salary. Brothers like to brag with their income. Your greatest salary is mental clarity. Actually, we like to talk about IQ, and when people have high IQ, we evaluate. And I tell them, IQ hardly translates to money and wealth and well-being. Oof. What translates is how you think. The clarity, the stability in your life. Yeah. You can marry one woman, you can date one person, and it does not mean men cannot inject chaos themselves. I'm just talking from the place of what I've seen men make mistakes. I tell men to look for a peaceful woman, and peaceful woman has one trait: she's emotionally mature, she's emotionally stable, she has dealt with her own demons. And I told her that lady is replicating what she saw her mother doing or her grandmother doing. She's transferring the same problems of 100 years ago. And I told him he had already gotten one child, and I told him, if you continue, the clan comes back, there's a sitting, there's a discussion, she gets back, you'll add children with that unstable woman, and your life will be upside down. You'll always be stressed. You find yourself over drinking to manage the chaos. You find yourself having other women out there to manage the chaos. You find yourself disappearing to work and disappearing from your children. You find yourself staying out at night. Ukingoja shida ilale. You know, they put it. You find yourself. Have you seen how Kenyans flock to meet points on Fridays?
Yes.
They behave like they're running from something. Check Kikope, Kamakis, meet check clubs. Yes. There's no parking. Yeah. There's nowhere to stop. You think, is that free meat? No. Where's all this crowding? Men are running from something. Yeah. I have come to know men are running, and they are to blame. Most men marry carelessly. They sleep their way to marital choice. They compromise their way to the contract. Ooh. They stagger their way to the commitment. Hey. Even when they tell you how they got together, this is the lady you've been seeing from the last 3 years, you know, we got a child, and I went to her. I'm like, what did you just say? You say you staggered through sleep over here, sex there, child here, pregnancy here, then I want myself married. Suddenly she's not capable of peace. She can't stay. But you never took time to study her character. You are impressed by her hips. You are impressed by her dashboard. You are impressed by her sitting allowance. You are impressed by her package. And then you went ahead to sample her supplies. Hey. You know, and that's your proof of love. Yeah. Come on, anipenda, you have to, you know, yes. Kama sijaonja, you know, nitanunua je na sijui ukaonjeshwa. You know, and then I ask them, wale wa kuonyesha ni say, you know, test driving is for second-hand vehicle. So let's a little bit now about test driving. Hey! They say they have about test driving. Yes. Lazima test drive. Yes. That means already gone to second-hand market. The people who allow you to drive cannot be selling brand new, sealed, preserved things. You are the driver number something, okay? And there's a mileage here. So the moment you are asking for test driving, you have left brand new market. You have already subscribed to chaos. Yes. It means the one who came before you also tested. Of course, that's what's happening here, okay? And you don't know whether this testing was top, all right? You can't tell. This is the kind of person who allows that. Yes. I tell brothers, why are we shooting ourselves in the foot? You're looking for a loyal woman who can say no to all men. Who you are sure when you are away in Lodwar pursuing money, when you are away in Mombasa hustling, when you are away that no man can access her. That when you came before you married, I have to access. You have to open the server. Open the server. If you don't open the server, you wanted to open the server. ever. How do you know she returned the seal ever? I tell men, this is not just about virginity, it's about principles. It's about the soul. It's about how she lives. The most important trait about a woman is our standards, our boundaries, and our principles. The moment you violate those, so that you can sample the supplies, you find her being prayerful, pure, then you bring her down to backslide. Then you marry a backslidden version. You liked her because she was spiritual. You contaminated her with her demons, then you married the demonized one. And now you're complaining. So I found that as men marry chaotic women, they themselves, they lower the bar at the point of entry. And then women, those who advocate for that, say, how do I know that the generator works? If I just and then the generator does not start. Sorry, I should have warned you.
I'm like, ladies, do you use that language? We are dainty ladies.
The people who inject chaos in our lives, we ourselves, we lower the bar to let them in. That's what I'm trying to prove. We compromise the interview so much, we end up with people who have no business being here. If your interview is physical, any female and male can do physical activities. Honestly, dogs do it, cows do it, donkeys do it. What is this physical interview? People say, I must test in the bed. Any mammo that is functioning can do that. Can we take our interview to the mind? Is this woman able to have difficult conversations? Is this woman able to say sorry or stay here as we solve issues? Can she be upset and still stay? Or I will go, then she orders a pickup and carries everything. Then you're being embarrassed. Then you talk. They also like screaming. Those kind of people, they scream. When you corner them, they start screaming and they bring women can really scream and make it look like you are the victim. Even in court, she can cry until everybody thinks you are the devil. And men can't cry that easily. It looks funny. So men can just cry. And then she be assisted with tissues. And then I'm there. And then suddenly I'm the victim. This dramatic women, they scream, they cry, they have tears, they become dramatic, and the guy can't counter that. They can't counter that. When Laban tried to pursue Jacob, who had run away, and then he's trying to look for his household gods, and one of his daughters had stolen them, she used the feminine version of wickedness by saying, I'm in the way of women, so they can't stand up. She was not in the way of women. You can't verify that. She was just sitting on the gods, hiding them. There are women who use the way of women to just hide tears, collapsing, pretending that they're so, emotional. And I told men, these women were so chaotic, you could have seen it if you wanted to date correctly. Brothers, listen to me. Peace is not on sale. You can't buy it with money, but you buy it with the principles. You buy it with the discipline. Many men don't know that discipline is your preservation. You remain peaceful. If you want mental peace, sign up for discipline, delayed gratification, sexual self-control, delaying your impulse, seeing an attractive woman and still knowing an attractive box can contain a snake inside, can contain a very restless soul, can contain a very chaotic woman. Actually, if you go to the streets, the women who sell themselves are not ugly. The first qualification for you to be in that market is to be attractive. So if you're looking for attractive, brother, you got to go in sample there. So I'm just saying, beauty alone is not enough.
It's not.
We should calm down enough to study what we are dealing with. And I told brothers several signs. If a woman is putting forward her body more than her brain, how she thinks, the camera, she's facing that way, showing you the sitting allowance. Who faces the opposite direction? This is already an inverted order. You see, she's dressed, but she's not dressed. Everything is 3/4 exposed. What is remaining for the husband who will finally come? If I brought you chips today, open like this, you would eat it, you tell me it's being contaminated. Where are you eating contaminated stuff? Even in the other side of life, where you don't have hygiene, some kind of cleanliness, It is very dusty in this city, and women don't wear clothes nowadays. They just want you to see everything shaking. And it's very dusty. There's heavy metal contamination. Nairobi is very dusty, The Africa is very, and now you're walking here like that. In this world of infections. Anyway, so I'll say, brothers, if you just look at basic self-respect, modesty, respect, the women who bring chaos and cause men to be admitted in hospitals or alcoholism, or to be, some men don't commit suicide, but they live with a death wish. If they see death, they come in, they want to get out of there. They may not shoot themselves, but they overdrink, they spend all their money, they sleep with whoever, they get angry. It's because of the chaos at home. He got children, he loves the children, but the person he got the children with, he cannot withstand her, and he pities the children. He wants the children to have a complete family, but there is no completeness. There's chaos. When you think of mental health, think of choosing a person who brings stability, a person who brings support, a person who organizes your space. And let me finish with this. When you don't have money, even if you obviously have money, you have a job that looks like you're decent, some of these days don't pray to be broke, but you should act broke. You should take her to a restaurant she does not expect, where there's no modesty. Mwikali is used to 5-star. Before you marry her, make sure you go to 2-star or 0-star. Whatever. where there's annoying service. The food is poorly cooked, the order takes forever, the seats are crowded. Find a way to make sure there's an inconvenience.
Yeah.
Should that be your reality one day, will she insult you? You need to know that. You don't test people directly. It's very annoying when I know that you are testing me.
Yes.
But you should set up situations that expose my true character. You need to know who you're signing up for. Did you know in the highest interviews, when people are hiring for CEO and hiring for the global continental management, they don't ask the direct questions. You usually ask when you're just a junior auditor. The questions they ask you across the table, that's for junior staff. When they're hiring CEO, they leave trash where the interview room is.
Yes.
They leave small things out of place to see whether that person has mental presence. They delay with a few minutes. They set traps, but they don't call them traps. You fail the test before the test. You're also hiring a CEO for your personal life. You're also marrying the person who will be the who will carry your children, your generations. You're nominating the mother, the father of your children, the grandfather, the grandmother. You're nominating generations to come. How can you just use erection for direction for such a major decision? And you're saying this guy has cash, this lady has calves. Calves and cash. Don't talk about character. Look about composure. Look about roots. Look about this person's spirituality and orientation and philosophy. You know, we become so emotional in these decisions. Find a way to remove the luxuries. Find a way. One of the best ways for me is to use that. I did not set it up, but traffic jam on the road, delays that you'll be late for something.
Yes.
That's one of the most annoying, and it brings up the pretense disappears. You know, they use traffic. If there's traffic delay.
Yes.
Oh, you're so sweet. If there is traffic delay, if there is annoyances that are out of control and anxiety, brothers, pray for that. I don't marry a woman before there is tension, anxiety, and frustration and anger. Make sure you see that, because you will cause it when you marry her. Maybe she throws plates at your head when she's angry. You need to see her jumping out of the car, cursing people and screaming at people. You need to see it. You need to see this man almost knocking another and getting on a road rage. That you prepare. Can I deal with this?
Yes.
I'm just saying, mental health, mental peace. Sometimes it comes from who we take home. Some of us have no home to go. We leave work and we while away. You think you are queuing for the vehicle on the stage, and they keep telling you to pass. Why are they don't want to? When do you want to go home? Why are you giving a spot? There's no home to go. It's just chaotic. I'm saying, as we think about mental health awareness month, think about the peace you're organizing into your life. Most of the mental health is not, there's hormonal triggers, there's other problems, there could be organic issues, but the lucky thing, the ones that are in your body can be treated with the pills, medicines, those kind of things. But what is coming from the people you install in your life, no pills can treat it. Yeah. Make sure the roots of your home is peace.
Woohoo! Come on now. Hey! That was fiery. In the land. This is where we are at. Oh my goodness. I'm eager to understand the psychology behind the attachment to things, and the attachment probably in relationships where probably a guy or a woman thinks, when I have this woman, then I have my peace. We've had it so many times. She's my peace. She's my everything. But is she really? Why is it attached to, the other or the opposite sex? But we'll get into that after the break. And of course, we'll be taking some of your questions. But right now, though, we're going to go on a quick break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Elevate Show. It is the Mental Health Awareness Month, and we are celebrating it in this way. We are creating conversations, answering questions. Zulu is over here giving us direction. Zulu, umesema nisiseme mtu wangu is my peace.
Even that in Twangu, stop calling people my man.
The end.
My man. Stop calling people my woman. That's too possessive.
Okay.
Be specific. My husband, my wife. Okay.
Okay.
Say my fiance, my fiancée. Don't say my man. That language is very common nowadays.
Oh, your TikTok like my man.
You're personalizing grown-ups. And you're making them. You're possessing people you don't possess.
Ooh.
Describe the relationship accurately so that you adjust your expectations.
Okay.
Use the right language. Okay. The same way we said to stop overusing the term my friend. Say my former classmate, my colleague. Be specific.
Yeah.
So this thing of my guy, my man, we have been my man. It clouds your judgment. My girl. Either if you are married, you can enjoy now you're in a covenant.
Yes.
But this language of you're dating and you're already my That's an interview.
Tabu.
It's too soon.
Too soon.
So, again, your peace should not be brought by another person.
Yeah.
You should have peace and the person should match your peace. If they don't match your peace, you say there's a dissonance here. You don't communicate well, you get moody, you go silent suddenly, or you explode. Some people implode, others explode.
Yeah.
We said some people are delicate, some like a grenade, others like an egg.
Yeah.
The ones that are delicate like a grenade will burst on you.
Yes.
Those that are an egg, they collapse on themselves.
Yeah.
So if a person is delicate and they're forcing you to be careful to rethink your words, that's not peace. You say, that's not how I would like to live. And sometimes you don't lecture them. Not all breakups should end up with one last conversation at a restaurant somewhere in CBD. You end up getting back together. Have you noticed you keep getting back when you meet for the last conversation, one last conversation,
the closure,
you end up bargaining with red flags. You end up minimizing.
So tufanye aje?
Exit. Humanly, it's very hard for us to say now we have parted, go this way, go this way.
Yes.
Humanly, it gets awkward.
Yeah.
So you end up working out some kind of truce. The best thing is to make decisions. When they're saying you, they're not hiring you, they don't invite you for another interview to inform you that you have not qualified.
Yeah.
They avoid that personal awkwardness by just sending a polite message.
Yes.
That you performed very well, but there was another candidate ahead of you.
Use that information however you choose. Okay, yes. I understand, and thank you for clarifying that. So, hiyo mtu wako umemsave cover my peace. Please change it now. We are open to take your questions. We can start with you. You start with your name. Okay.
My name is Valencia Ora. I'm from here in Nairobi, and I have a comment for Zulu first before I ask my question.
Okay.
So Zulu has typically slayed women out here. It's like we are the cause of the problems that men are facing in this country. And I was just seated here and boiling to the max, and I'm like, like, is it truly our problem that men get to where they are? One thing that Zulu should have told us is before that woman packed, what made her pack her things and go, because he's telling us that woman has a tendency of packing and going. But what did that man do? You know, one thing he should have asked his friend is, what did you do to make the woman pack her things? Maybe he's a cheat and you can't cheat that. He keeps cheating and cheating. Then those woman has to retaliate, but let me take his things and go. And then when I go, you feel like, I should reform and change.
Yes.
Then she comes back. And now it becomes a cycle. I think Zulu should talk to his friend, get to the root cause of the problem before slaying a woman for packing and leaving his life.
Valencia, can I answer just a little bit to say, the problem is not that you are offended and you packed and left. The problem is that you keep coming back.
Okay.
The psychotic part is that you don't let the man live with his consequences. A mature woman should leave and go. When you leave, please go. If you're not going, don't leave. You try to exhaust conflict resolution from here. If you can't see any change, you don't just impulsively, then I'm going. You have not planned, it will backfire. You take you a while. Actually, most mature women don't, before they leave physically, they leave emotionally. And you can sense the detachment, and you can tell what is coming, isn't it?
Yeah.
They let you taste the absence. Mature women calculate, where will they go? What next? What about their... They don't just... That impulsive going and coming is what we are calling psychotic. Even the man can't tell whether you're even serious. And then when they go, they also start pressing to come back. They don't allow the man to feel the absence. So it's not the going. When you're offended, please, by all means. Again, I also noted somewhere Valencia said, men also do cause chaos. Today, I'm just coming from the angle of men themselves are collapsing on a mental health, and they're even less expressive. Men don't talk to their friends about stress.
No.
They push it. Women talk better. So I was coming that angle because my type, the men, we struggle more. And I was telling them they inject the chaos because they interview wrongly. They interview the body, not the brain. And they start complaining about the instability of our decision making. You interviewed her thighs, not her brain. That's what I was trying to call out. So thank you.
Yeah, I get it. But I realize Zulu has moved to a point where now it's not the woman leaving, it's now her not having the capability of going. But I figure that it is more onto the woman's perspective, because you find that what if she's an orphan? She has nowhere to go. And she's a housewife.
Don't marry when
she
you
has no job.
Don't marry when you have nowhere to go. If a man feels like he's also your parent and you're home, he will abuse you.
That's true.
True.
That's true.
Before you marry, make sure you're not desperate, okay?
Yeah.
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 But I feel like there is more into the story than just a woman packing up and going. But maybe some tend to say it's love.
Okay.
I was brought up by love. I have to stay with the man. I was married in church and everything. I do not have to divorce and everything. Yeah. But I feel like women also go through a lot mentally, and we don't speak about it. We go through, abuse in marriages. And do we speak about it? Do we ask, why do men butcher women in marriages? Why do men torture, women? It's a question that is vast, and we should just look into it and try to figure out what are the root causes of these problems. How do we get to solve them so that we don't have these cases at large?
Right. Absolutely. And it's something that we do on this show. We've done an exclusive show on just focusing on femicide in this country.
Exactly.
So, great
right
opinion.
place, yeah.
Thank you.
So my question was,
can we give a chance to somebody else?
okay, let me just ask. It's a simple question.
Okay.
So how do we know when to leave?
Okay, good stuff. That's a good one. Do we answer that first, or do we get another one?
I think we can. Let's just give it a brief answer.
Yes.
Valencia, you know when to leave when you are crying more than you're trying. When there's more, the tears of pain are more than the tears of joy. It's not a one day. Sometimes people can cross the boundaries, like physical assault. That's one thing. If people cross the boundaries, like they try to hit on your friends, your family, or they bring another woman to the marital bed, some things are not discussable.
Yes.
They're just abomination. They're too much disrespect. And if a person has the capacity to do this much, no conversation will change them. But you're saying many times it's not something as drastic as that. It's repeated disrespect. And then you realize we are always solving issues. We are not. This is not working. And living is not always clean cut. You file the divorce tomorrow. It's when there is separation, physical separation, emotional, for people to know that you're actually living and you cannot withstand this anymore. You pull back, and you go and you can watch them if they are changing in reality. We are not preaching no mercy, no second chance. We all know that many of us have needed one forgiveness to turn around.
Yeah.
But the forgiveness came from us being genuinely sorry. If they offend you and they are not sorry, don't forgive them on credit. You're just giving them another bullet to shoot you because they missed you the first one. Yes.
Okay. Happiness? Great. We'll have another one. Let's make them short and sweet so that everybody gets to ask a question. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, and good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My name is Vincent Minyando, and just a reminder, I come from Kamakis.
So the car situation and no parking.
I come from Kamakis, and literally there's no parking.
Thank you, brother, for confirming.
I pass there most of the evenings, and to me, my perception is most of the people go there because there's actually cheap meat. But people can go there because of mental issues and running away from a problem. Oh, now I know. So allow me to just shift a little. We talked about character, behavior, and all that. But are we forgetting that there is over-empowerment, and of course there's an over-empowerment of the female gender. And we have reminded them that what a man can do, a woman can do better, right? So they have come out of their comfort, right, to achieve whatever they want to achieve. They're going out now. They're going for those big positions. In the past, you will never see a lady performing well in mathematics or maybe physics or all those. But right now, they're empowering themselves. They're saying that sasa tunaweza fanya, we can earn more money than men. But when it comes to responsibility, they say that it's the role of the man to provide. And that's where the problem starts. The present lady says that a man can also go to the kitchen and cook, can also wash dishes, can also wash clothes, but a lady cannot spend. How do you go about that? And also the second question is, can you help me understand the meaning of the word soulmate?
Soulmate.
Yep.
Wow.
Okay.
I think Mwikali, my brother, your name is?
Vincent.
Vincent is asking.
Vincent Valencia.
Yes.
Vincent.
Are they single? Anyway. To be such a good couple.
It's a B&B. Okay.
So I think Vincent is asking about when people insist on traditional roles and modern day responsibilities.
Okay.
So that traditionally the man provided.
Yes.
But the woman was not working in the traditional.
Yes.
So I want a traditional man, but to give me a modern marriage where I can work, but he remains traditional in the provision, but I remain modern in working. The answer to that, Vincent, is marriage is a negotiation. Negotiate across the table. In the boardroom, not in bedroom. The reason people don't get to ask each other philosophically, what's a wife to you? Philosophically, what's a husband to you? We don't get to ask that because chemistry vibe is there. And we feel the urgency and the obsession to explore new territories. You should ask that question to the woman you marry. According to you, if the woman is working, how much should she contribute?
Yeah.
What should be her contribution? The man will also tell you whether he thinks about 50-50.
Yeah.
Then you ask him, if you contribute 50-50, will you also carry the pregnancy 50%? Will you also carry a little bit of a CS? Will you carry a little bit of breastfeeding?
But guess what? We didn't have bad faith when we said ladies should stay indoors while we may toil and work and provide for them. Biologically, a man is obviously stronger than a lady, right? I mean, physically strong. Yes. So we wanted to protect them because we feel like some things are heavy for them, but they came out of their own ways and started saying that what a man can do, a woman can do.
And I hear you, Vincent. Let's tie this together so that it does not meander too much. But I hear your conflict. And that's why I was telling you, because there are several philosophies. Make sure the one you negotiate with the woman you marry, there's a congruence, an agreement. If you ask me, we need a balance of both. I don't want my woman to work as much as me. I'll lose my right as the leader. If she provides as much as I provide, alafu nimwambie nitukulie kikombe hapo, ananiambia hata wako na mikono.
Chukua, please.
There's no respect. Because she's doing everything I'm doing.
Yeah.
I need to stay on the front line, and I will not hinder her from growing. I've famously and humorously said, if she gets a lucky contract to go and teach English in China, for example, those kind of contracts, and it is paying very well, I will happily babysit for her to bring the millions so that we can build big houses and live happily ever after.
Yeah.
I will not obstruct her growth financially, but she will never outwork me. She may out-earn me, but she will never outwork me. You get the difference? Yeah. Our Lord went a stone throw ahead of the disciples. Stone throw. I believe the man should always go a stone throw ahead. When it is lifting, I will lift heavier because I'm stronger. Because when it comes to nurturing our babies, she will always do more because she's closer to the breastfeeding. I can't do that. There are some things automatically she will do more. So instead of us fighting what a man can do, no. I say, be a woman 100% in our marriage. Let me be a man 100%. How much should she contribute? I married a woman I trust even with money. That answers everything. Yeah. She will contribute what she can comfortably contribute from what she made that month. She knows the projects we are in. I have seen her sacrifice, even go out of our way to make sure she fills the gap. We trust each other completely. There's no suspicion. So my brother, the answer to money is complete trust. Marry a woman you can trust with your eyes closed. Many times I have to remind my wife to ask. Marry a woman you have to beg her to ask. Because you know many of them struggle to ask. Good women struggle to ask. Yeah. When's the last time you asked a man for money?
Yeah.
The reason she's working so hard is not just passion. It's also to avoid the humiliation of having to beg.
Unataka tu akupe, lakini si ati unashinda kusitisha.
Ukimpea atakataa lakini hata kushinda kukupisha. You see, that's the woman you need, bro. These other women, your salon, your taxi, yahi. Bro, that's not no, that's a liability. Marry one who, yes, she will contribute willingly and she will receive when you give, but she's not blaming you, keeping count. Ukumpea yahi, you don't give this one. If you pick the right woman, utasikianga dunia ikiagi huko nje nuji wanasema nini. That's how privileged I am. You marry right, you don't listen. Those debates don't register with me because they don't exist in my house. It is me who has to make sure if I fall back, my wife will break her back trying to fill the gap because she knows I'm not lazy and I don't avoid my duties. So if I've not done something, surely I could not. So she will do it knowing ni vile angeweza leo. Marry a woman you are that much in sync and she will cover you and not tell anyone. Mko kwa matatu na atakupea pesa ulipe, hata onyeshana dunia mimi ndio nalipa. Sisemi the woman cannot hand the money. I'm just saying I've seen women do that.
Yes.
They just because the guy is not dodgy.
Yeah.
He's a very genuine guy. Sometimes hata umezibeba tu ni alikuwa amekupea si eti ni there's any beef. So bro. Yeah. Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Eugene Okelo. I'm a student at Kenyatta University. Now that Zulu have said that we should marry a woman whom you can trust while closing your eyes. So my question is it now?
Literally. Okay, continue.
So my question is,
yes.
Is it now officially advisable that as young couples or as young lovers should be living together before marriage as a way of understanding each other? The mental stability. Because that's so that maybe you can try to understand the mental stability of your partner. Thank you.
Eugene, when you're a student, I'm glad you came here to learn.
Yes.
But please, this is not the time for practicals. There are no women in Kenyatta University. There are no girlfriends in any university. There are no husbands in any university. There are only ticking time bombs. Under the age of 25, you are not psychologically mature. The prefrontal brain finishes maturing at 25. Before 25, you are still developing. You should be doing what you're doing now. Attend discussions, come learn, read books. Your body will boil. You will desire women. But that's because you're growing. Even the motorbikes being sold in showrooms can run. We just don't run them because there's no time for running. Your motor will also try to run. Just don't ignite it. That's the time you practice delayed gratification. Sexual self-control. That's when you control what you eat. What you eat when you're a young man, can put you on fire. Don't consume too much meat. Don't consume too much zinc, things that, beef, the wrong things. That's the time you learn your diet. You master your body when you are young. You don't indulge it. If you indulge it, it will complicate your life. About living together, I will not even comment about it. I will just comment about don't sleep with a woman. Don't sleep with a woman before marriage. The moment you unzip, right now you look like another Eugene from Kenyatta University. You may not know that you're a prince. 10 years from now, you'll be a very notable man in society.
Yeah.
Any woman you ever touched will come back with screenshots to embarrass you. When you are many pack of wolves, just going, hey, you're hitting on them. You think you're an average guy. If I came back to where you are today, I was lucky a guy came to talk to me, I'm talking to you. He told me, from my estimation, you're not a very average guy. Don't follow average behaviors. They will cost you later. You may end up being a very notable businessman, society leader, but the people whom you compromised with, when you're trying to live a good life, people are very hateful. They'll come back to claim a stake, a slice of your estate. You've seen that? Yeah. Baby mamas come from nowhere when you become successful. Those days you look like a normal guy, you behave like a normal guy. Avoid the bodies of women. You are borrowing mortgages that will cost you for a lifetime. Yeah. Another thing is this. If you awaken love before its time, the way the Bible says, and because love is as strong as death, the book of Song of Songs, it is very consuming, especially when you don't have the brain, the maturity of the brain to control it. You'll be consumed, you'll be absorbed in it. To manage that relationship, airtime, communication, coordination will become so emotionally draining, you don't have time to perfect your skills, to learn your personality, to come for shows like this. If today you had a girlfriend and she became moody today, you wouldn't even get out of that house. You'd miss this meeting because she can do you slow puncher or just sending a message, an ambiguous message. Ni sawa tu.
Hivyo ndio umeamua.
It's over.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Eugene, take the time to grow. For men, I encourage, if you have mentorship, the earliest you should attempt dating is 28.
Yep.
The healthiest is 35. When you are self-made, ask mature. Those of us who have done the whole journey can tell you that's the right figures. But those of you who are young, huko ni bali mse, nikingoja nini. So I'm just saying, bro, when you have a close father who mentors you, you mature earlier. I intend to prepare my sons so that I can send them to the market somewhere from 27, 28, but after they're approved, I can send them to England and they don't start eating cookies that have cannabis. After they're approved that I can trust them with somewhere out there and they don't start doing, the moment they do cheeky things, they repeat that class, all of it. But if you have somebody to mentor you as a father, anywhere from 27, 28, you're ready. But if you are self-made, most African men are self-made. Don't touch a woman before you're 30. Don't even use the word love on any woman. You will discover many women you desired are so average, so annoying, so toxic. But by then, you just say, oh my God, I dodged a bullet. Oh my God, I dodged a bullet. Oh my God. And they looked so cool. They looked so nice. Take a while and grow yourself. Read the books. I've written books, like 11 of them, bro. Plow through these books one at a time. I've come to Kenya University many times. I was in University of Nairobi. I was done SECU. Many of the universities in this Kenya and Africa have done a lot of engagement with them. You are lucky, bro. You have people who can describe the path to save you the pain.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll take more questions from the audience, so don't go too far. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Elevate Show. It is fiery. I love the questions. We're focusing on mental health and everything that comes with it, relationships and all of that. And we've had a couple of questions in the last session, and are you ready? Mimi niko hapa kama facilitator, ninatembea na extinguisher na hizo vitu. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay, great. So we'll start with you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I am Marco Abdibrahim. I wanted to comment on the question that was asked. As a country, is there any reason to celebrate? For sure, there are many reasons. There are many situations, bad leadership that have put us in very stressful, difficult situation. But there's silver lining because somehow we have gathered the courage to share our painful stories. A few years ago when I was going through difficult times, like many of us, I would hide and cry because I was feeling ashamed of my problems. But at that time, all I wanted to hear was someone, not even to tell me it will be okay, it will be fine, but someone just telling me that they're also going through something. So to continue this, being the month of mental health awareness, let us share more and more of our stories. There are people who are going through much worse. We should not be ashamed of sharing these stories. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that.
And also maybe to touch on that,
Yes.
Kenya has a lot to celebrate. We passed the mental health bill. It's a law now.
Yeah.
There's a mental health bill, and then there's a counseling and psychologist board, counselors and psychologist board, to register counselors and to regulate that profession and to recognize it. Then insurance is beginning to cover mental health and therapy. We have milestone, guys. Then there's a push. We have not achieved there, but I want you to take it to your small spaces. Every school should have a counselor who's paid, not just a guidance and counseling teacher. You know? How do you put hundreds of kids together and you don't have anywhere they can go and vent?
Yeah.
You know, so let's push for that as well. And also companies nowadays are partnering. We are doing a lot of partnering with companies to do mental health for them.
Yes.
We had several terrorist attacks some time back. That time, there was a lot of awareness around trauma. I also want us now to normalize the idea of trauma because you had a drunkard father, trauma because there was polygamy, trauma because there was divorce, trauma because you grew up without a father, without the presence of a mother, trauma. Let's normalize now that you can heal from childhood pain without shame.
Absolutely.
Let's stop labeling people because they look overwhelmed. Let's congratulate them that they're holding it together, but let's normalize that actually you can see a counselor, you can see a therapist. Let's normalize that.
Absolutely. Yes. We have another question.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Neely, and my question was, why is it so hard for people to admit that they're not okay, even when safe spaces do exist?
One is when being okay is part of your identity. When putting on a strong look is what defines you. This is true about men, it's also true about women, particularly in this current day, when women say, I'm the father and the mother, and if I collapse, my children will collapse also.
Yeah.
We think by just being vulnerable, we are being weak. So Nelly, that's a very important question to say. What matters is who you tell that you're not okay. Find therapists or counselors or trusted friends whom you can tell you're not okay. Many Kenyans can talk to pastors, they can open to pastors faster and the priests than they can open to professionals.
Yeah.
I think it's also because they don't want to pay. Yeah? Anyway, so, it's not so spiritual. Sometimes it's just, it's not that deep. We just don't want to spend. but Nelly, I think we don't have safe spaces. We don't have places that we can guarantee solution. My recommendation for each of us is this. If you ignore your car, even if it was very strong, brand new, and you don't service it a year enough, it will start breaking down. Not because the brand is bad, not because you bought a bad thing. It's not a weak car. It's just neglected.
Yeah.
Many of us are breaking down, not because we are weak, but because we are neglected. Your car has a service tag to remind you when service is coming up. When is your next service? When birthday comes, a better way to celebrate your birthday is to actually go to a therapist and review your life. Not just pouring water on a bucket. You should wash the inside, not just the outside. The bath you need. If it's bathing, you should bathe the inside then. Let every year you're older, other than New Year's, because New Year's there's a lot of hype.
Yeah.
Take it, even if your birthday is a New Year's, you should also take it personally to review the year that was and say what you want to see coming the following year. Do you know, by the way, your greatest enemy is not the guy who's trying to take your position? It's not the guy who's trying to take your girlfriend or boyfriend, whoever. It's not the person who's competing. The greatest enemy is your slow decline. It's those habits you keep repeating. It's your sweet tooth. You keep taking carbs, eating poorly. Is that you like comfort eating. It's like you oversleep. You fight your alarm 7 times as if it's not you who set it. You snooze alarm and fight with it. You get angry with it. And it's a bad workman quarreling with his tools. Why are you quarreling with non-living beings? Organize your life. So the threat to your life is that you spend all your money. You don't save. Your threat to your life is that you keep wrong friends because you don't want to hurt them. Your problem is that you keep allowing your mom to dictate your life even when you're a grown-up.
Yeah.
We should honor parents, but when you're no longer children, it's the children are supposed to honor parents. When you're no longer a child, children obey, but grown-ups honor. Yeah. When you're grown up right now, I expect you to make your decisions, to carry your life. The habits that we carry forward over and over, we don't deal with. Let me finish with this sample. King David was one of the most shining stars in the history of Israel, in the story of the Bible. But one time, when it was the season when kings go to war, that's what it says.
Yeah.
It was a season for going to war, but the guy stayed back. And it started, leisure, loitering, rooftop. Men have gone, women are at home. So women are taking, but they know men are not around. They are relaxed a little bit, okay? People have been asking why Bathsheba was showing away that could be seen. And me, I'm like, when women are alone, are they really that careful? They're relaxed. What was this guy doing here? So the guy was, and saw a woman, and because he has all the power and all that, he manipulated the situation. He brought the husband to cover. You know the way the political covering, eh?
Yeah.
For him to be awekelewe pregnancy. Ijanza leo, awekelewe. But the guy had so much sense. He said, alimwambia si umetoka safari enda tutaongea kesho, just go spend it at your house to set him up. But akaenda akalala na mangadi kwa gate. Hakuenda kwa nyumba yake. Next day he was asked, why don't you should refresh? He said, the ark and Israel are dwelling in tents. Is it for me now to go and enjoy with my wife? It confronted the king because he's doing what his soldier cannot agree to do. The soldier knows it's time for war.
Yeah.
Israel is in tents.
Yeah.
This, my brother from KU had asked, that's what I was emphasizing, telling you, this season is for dwelling in tents. It's for preaching, it's for conquering territories, it's for carving your kingdom. This season is for that. It's not season for women. When David messed up by just being in the wrong place, wrong time, that was the lowest point of his life. And something was said there that made me fear God. I love God, but I also know that even when he loves you, he's a just father. He told him, the sword shall not leave your house because you have killed an innocent man with a sword. I realized that some of us can't find peace because we broke the hearts of innocent people when we were experimenting. We are being told as youth to experiment, to do this. We're experimenting with people's hearts.
Yeah.
We break them because we are learning. We make them a test tube. You make them fall in love so that you can feel how it feels.
Yeah.
Then she cries that, we were just in university. Can't you understand? From there, all good people are removed from your life and the sword will never leave. Heartbreak will never leave your life. Until you come back to yourself. Maybe apologize or just transform. I'm just saying, sometimes let us normalize the season is for what? You need a season to know, a season for understanding. We are all grown-ups now. I want to ask us to stop bottling issues. That's self-neglect. The way you still remember how your mom never loved you, your dad never validated you, how you still remember you are the least beautiful of your siblings, you as a man, how you are still not recognized to this day because your brothers are doctors and lawyers, and you are a fundi wasimo, and your mom, your parents, you are ashamed. It's family dynamics are those petty things. When I'm here, I look okay. But if you go to my family, somebody has a fight with me because I did not do the career they want. By the way, my first degree was law. So how many people did I disappoint when I did not become a lawyer? I could be carrying that. I'm still not loved, not accepted. I should go to therapy. Me, I have had to do over 150 hours of therapy. I was forced by school. I was not that enlightened. I don't want you to credit me for anything. I was cornered into it. But God knows how to corner us.
Yes.
Don't wait to be cornered like me. I want to ask you to go to therapy because you're grown up now to remove all the childhood issues so that they don't follow you into adulthood.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Great. We have, yes, you can go ahead. Our final question of the day.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
I'm Miss Yani Angela, student from the University of Nairobi, if that's necessary.
Yay.
Love is the foundation of every relationship. But relationships survive on trust, commitment, communication, blah, blah, blah. So, as a believer, I know a few characters from the Bible who actually represent that. Male and female, they both have a role to play. So my question is it safe to feel entitled to your partner? And also, what is this thing about soul ties?
Okay, soul tie and soulmate. Somebody that's about soulmate. So, Angela, it's good that you asked, and I like your thinking is very age appropriate. Please continue. It's very, she's questioning concepts.
Yes.
Guys, that's what you should be doing. Please, if you're anywhere in the college, question philosophy. So I want to ask, when I come to soulmate, is it okay to feel entitled to your partner? I hope you remember, Angela, we said pre-25 is not the time for experiments, practicals, it's time for theory, all right? So continue with theory, but don't tell a guy I love you, we are something. Some of those guys are failures in the making. They are graduates, but they're not going as far as you are going. Others, you may find that the trajectory of his life and yours are just incompatible. But right now, your students, the environment is one balloon to make you feel like you're compatible.
Yeah.
If Mwikali tells you some of the people who would have in college, and when he looks back, you know, you might have to compromise for the rest of your life because you're already committed, but you realize if I had waited a little bit, you know, for me to know myself. This is what I'd encourage, Angela. Don't be entitled to anybody. Rather, promise each other and have commitment and covenants. Which marriage operates on covenants, commitment, and investment. Being emotionally invested to each other. Not entitlement. Entitlement is not the right word. I have expectations depending on what we have. And if there's a problem, you don't meet my expectations, I ask. We always talk every morning. You did not pick my call. You know, you always do this meal. I did not find the breakfast. Or you ask the man, you know, you always pay bills on time. This time there was a delay. Could there be a problem? That's not how we operate. What do I need to know something? I'm basing on what we have agreed on. All right. Let's go to soulmate. Soulmate and soul ties. Vincent and Angela asking. Soulmate has spiritual definition and psychological definition and many other definitions. For me, I'll give you the plain relational psychological definition. We use it to say the aligned partner. We also say twin flame. We have other poetic words for that. The person whom you align so well, you're committed for life. That's what we call soulmate. That's the language used. If you go to the spiritual world now, where soul ties is usually being described, psychologically I call soul ties emotional entanglements or attachments. They're usually created by premarital sex. That deep calls to deep was meant for inside marriage. If you do it outside marriage, it creates entanglement, it blinds you, you begin to think you have something special even when you don't have. That's why we have toxic baby mama, toxic baby daddy. Many of those explosive, chaotic things are those entanglements we created. So for me, it's just, I will use the word emotional or deep attachments. You can heal from them if you follow the right procedure. I've written books about healing. I've explained about healing. So just to say, if you ever suspect that there's a person you can't shake off from your mind, you keep dreaming with them, you keep waking up, imagining them, craving them, just look at what you did together, that experience, you keep attaching it to them. When you're single, you're fasting sexually, if you are to put it that way. If you go taste food when you are fasting, it will be sweeter than reality because you're fasting. Yeah. So any woman, any man you engage sexually with will linger on and be expounded in your mind as if it was cloud nine, simply because you're fasting. It is the environment that made them feel that special. It is the context you are in, context of fasting. So you just unlearn. Healing involves unlearning, unpacking, and changing the definition. Yes.
Answered? Let's give Zulu a round. And I honestly feel like this conversation should have had like a part 2 because we've not taken so many questions. And I also love the fact that these questions went to every other part. It wasn't just mental health, it was love, it was relationship, it was just understanding where we are at the age that we are. So I'm really, really proud of you guys. Asanteni sana for that. Munaweza, yes. So as we come to the end of this, Zulu, just to crown it all, and we've talked about so many things, love, relationship, mental health, and the importance of all of that. Tufungie na ile yenye tunaenda kuandika kwa caption.
Yes,
IG.
I think one of the things we should carry home today is remember to be sovereign. Sovereign is self-reliant. Sovereign is when you in-source everything.
Okay.
That when you go into marriage or relationships, you share, you partner with people. You do not codepend on them for your peace.
Okay.
Don't say that person brings me peace. Make sure you have peace. So that if they bring chaos, you can tell that is chaos.
Yes.
Make sure you don't feel empty. So that people don't bring you fullness at a very high cost.
Yeah.
That's why we said, if you feel like you are not fun, you are homeless, you are desperate, don't get married. That will become a rescue operation. And people rescued you. They feel like they owe you. You owe them something. They'll start cheating on you because anyway, they rescued you. Okay? If you feel like you have a deficit, wait until you can fulfill that deficit. Sovereignty means self-reliance. You are happy, you're in a good mood. Don't marry, don't date until you are happy, contented. The best marriages are when we marry because we want to, not because we need to. The best love is when we love because we choose to, not because we are compelled to.
Yeah.
The lasting forever after comes when I have chosen to do life with you, but I could still do it without you. I find it better for us together.
Yeah.
We choose each other. We enjoy our company, but you're not carrying me for me to exist. I'm not carrying you to exist. We enrich each other. We don't give each other existence. That is what causes the fear of offense, fear of betrayal. Knowing you can walk away is what makes me fear you. Knowing I can walk away. So human beings are that funny. You must maintain a level of fear. They know that if they cross you, you can go away. Never let them. Divorce is not an option. When they know it's not an option, they will treat you because there's no consequences. They'll treat you anyhow. Just to say, build your sovereignty before you go looking out for love.
Asante sana Zulu. By show of hands, ni wangapi tuna pursue sovereignty sasa? We are pursuing it fearlessly. That is what it's about. Thank you so much. And thank you all of you for coming in today. Thank you for all our audience for tuning in every single Wednesday. We don't take it for granted. My amazing crew. Leo, by the way, asanteni sana. Nyinyi ni wale wase. See you guys tomorrow. Not tomorrow, next week. Same time, same place. Adios.